Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? All right, let's do a Vietnam Dong video. It's been a little while since I've done one. The last time we saw the Vietnam Dong was losing ground to the US dollar. Has that changed? We'll talk about it here in just a moment. The one thing about the Vietnam Dong that is entertaining to me is the fact that so many more people are invested in the Iraqi dinar than they are the Vietnam Dong, which is interesting because the Vietnam Dong, as far as a country is concerned, as far as a government is concerned, they're way further along than Iraq is. But yet, you always have people who are hardcore into the Iraqi dinar. Maybe it's because more people push the IQD than they do the Vietnam Dong. And this isn't me telling you to buy more Vietnam Dong over the Iraqi dinar. I'm just saying I think it's very interesting considering the state of the union when it comes to Vietnam versus Iraq. They have an established government. They have an established currency. Their economy has done phenomenal over these last couple of years with only one small hiccup. And although they've been losing ground to the US dollar, so has a lot of other Asian countries, and you could pretty much point the finger at China for that. Anyways, let's get into this and find out what's the latest and the greatest when it comes to the Vietnam Dong. Before we get started, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button, and if you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying gold and silver, head on over to our friends at Moneymetals Exchange. The link will be down below in the description. If you are a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code PIMPYSILVER. Yes, it has changed. PIMPYSILVER. So if you're watching this video and it's an older video, make sure you check on current videos because the code is going to be changing from time to time from now on. Also, I can be found on other platforms. Everybody knows I have my own website, Pimpy's News Network. Over here, I post videos that I can't get away with over on YouTube. Also, I have a group on Facebook called Pimpy's Investment Chat. Over here, we do talk about gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments. Come on over here and join us. It's free to do so. You can also come follow me on Twitter, MeWe, YouTube, and Odyssey. The links for all these platforms will be down below in the description. So for whatever reason, if I get removed off of one platform, you could find me on the others. So here we go. What has been going on? Anyways, we get excited when we find out that Iraq has $90 billion in foreign asset reserves. The interesting thing is Vietnam has $312.8 billion in foreign asset reserves. When I tell you that Vietnam is further along than Iraq, I wasn't kidding. Vietnam foreign reserves plunged US $15.6 billion in third quarter as exports soar. So you can see right here, the first, second, and third quarter, the loss of foreign reserve assets. All in all, they've lost 21.54 million in reserve assets. This is what they use to protect their currency. Should Asian export powerhouse Vietnam has run a balance of payment deficit of $15.6 billion US dollars in the third quarter of 2022, taking total reserve losses for the year down 21.54 billion US dollars, and that is from the official data. Vietnam's last experienced balance of payment troubles in 2011 and 2012 after sudden rate cuts for stimulus. The State Bank of Vietnam has had to lower interest rates for the prolonged period and cut rates as the economy recovered from the RONA. Vietnam had previously come under pressure from the International Monetary Fund to boost domestic investment in a bid to reduce reserve collections as the U.S. believes the country is undervaluing its currency. Yeah, we've been bitching about that for how long? But unfortunately, you got a weak leader in the White House who will not enforce our own policies and apply sanctions to Vietnam. And that's because Biden is under the thumb of China. Yeah, he's a China puppet. We all know this. As a result, a large volume of credit flowed into property. The IMF has also claimed that the dong is undervalued, using blatantly mercantilist econometrics that is strongly disputed by the State Bank of Vietnam. The SBV made several rate hikes in the fourth quarter as the dong came under pressure, taking its policy rate to 6% from 4.5% and also imposed credit controls. It knows what to do when times get tough. It starts clamping down on how much credit goes out. It's a smart move. So the SBV Governor has made a strong defense in the rate hikes to Parliament in late October, saying the hike was necessary to stabilize the Vietnam dong. The SBV uses domestic credit controls and a similar strategy that Japan followed to stabilize the yen during the Bretton Woods period. So you can see right here, it says the Vietnam dong was also allowed to fall to 24,800 Vietnam dongs for every $1 levels from 23,000 to the US dollar earlier this year. So this is the wrong direction. Whenever you get more of a currency per US dollar, we are going in the wrong direction. It said a soft peg central bank, which has a policy rate, injects liquidity after intervening in the forex market, firing more domestic credits without raising deposits to curb consumption, resulting in steady reserve losses as long injections continue. Although they're depleting their foreign asset reserves, they got so many of them, they don't care. And that's the problem with Vietnam. When other people say, hey, you're manipulating your currency, well, they have the support and backing to do so. That's why when you hear Iraq getting up to 90 billion in foreign asset reserves, that's great. Keep going. You want to get up like Vietnam and be able to protect your currency in time of financial crisis. Also, the fact that they are increasing their gold reserves is a big help as well. So is Vietnam continuing to take a beating from the US dollar? Let's find out. Emerging markets, most Asian currencies rise on easing of some COVID curbs in China. See, there's so many people over in Asia that's relying on what the hell is going on with China, that when China falters, it hurts just about everybody. If they could just get over their damn restrictions. I mean, let's be real. When it comes to China, the reason why they're on such strict COVID restrictions right now is because so many Chinese people are rising up against the CCP. They are through with communist China and they want to be free people. Most Asian emerging currencies rose on Monday, with the Chinese yuan and Vietnam dongs leading the gains as a softer US dollar and signs of China easing its strict zero COVID strategy supported investors' appetite for riskier assets. So, is the Vietnam dong gaining on the US dollar? Let's take a look. Wow, it certainly is. This is just with over the last month. Now, it's not huge gains. There's nothing to write home to mom about, but at least it is going in the right direction. As this number continues to climb, we lose more zeros. The more zeros we lose, the better it is for the Vietnam dong investment. You can see here over the last 3 months, the US dollar has been losing value, and I said this was going to start to happen as the US dollar collapses. Although it's trying to take down as many currencies as possible along with it, the US dollar is being used as a weapon to crush currencies around the world. This way then, when the US dollar finally does crash, they don't have a very long path to catch up with the other currencies. But you can only keep crap afloat for so long, and eventually you're going to have to flush it. And that's what's happening to the US dollar. They can prop it up all they want and lie to the people with fake data because it's necessary, because it's political here in the United States. But eventually this dollar is going to crash, and there's nothing they can do about it. Like I said, you can only prop up a turd for so long. The US dollar is going to crash, and other currencies around the world are going to gain bigly. Just be patient, hang tight with your Vietnam dong, hang tight with your Iraqi dinar. See, the Iraqi dinar has a great opportunity to really gain on the US dollar if they could just stop their shenanigans and all their corruption and get their crap together under Soudini. It definitely looks like that's what's happening. So kudos to al-Soudini. He's not who I thought he was going to be. It says the yuan appreciated 1.4% against the dollar, hitting at its highest since September the 15th, as the dollar index fell to 0.3% to 104.17. Steps taken in some Chinese cities to ease coronavirus curbs raise hopes of increased demands for commodities in Southeast Asia's biggest trade partners. So yeah, so here's the thing that gets me. There's a lot of places around the world that are still on serious RONA lockdown. What happens when you absolutely, positively open up the world? What is going to happen? People are going to thrive. People are going to prosper because they've opened up again. Meanwhile, here in Commie, California, Los Angeles is going right back into the strict COVID restrictions all over again. The rest of the world, though, you're not going to get them to voluntarily get into lockdown, not without a fight this time. And because of that, it's going to be interesting to see where economy lands between now and then. So just hang tight, people. As I stated before, the US dollar is going to crash. So depending on what's going on with these other currencies, all they have to do is just stay stable for a while, and they'll just gain naturally as the US dollar goes down. Anyways, that's it for now. I look forward to your comments, and I will get at you later. I'm out.